"We shall fight on the beaches" was a speech delivered by the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill to the House of Commons of the Parliament of the United Kingdom on the 4th of June 1940. This was the second of 3 major speeches given around the period of the Battle of France. The others are the blood, toil, tears and sweat speech of the 13th of May 1940. And this was their finest hour speech of the 18th of June 1940. Events developed dramatically over the 5-week period, and although broadly similar in themes, each speech addressed a different military and diplomatic context. In this speech, Churchill had to describe a great military disaster and warn of a possible invasion attempt by Nazi Germany without casting doubt on eventual victory. He also had to prepare his domestic audience for France as falling out of the war without in any way releasing France to do so, and wished to reiterate a policy and an aim unchanged. Despite the intervening events, from his speech of the 13th of May, in which he had declared the goal of victory, however long and hard the road may be, the speech is widely held to be one of the finest oratorical moments of the war and of Churchill's career. Here is what he said. Turning once again, and this time more generally, to the question of invasion, I would observe that there has never been a period in all these long centuries of which we boast when an absolute guarantee against invasion, still less against serious raids, could have been given to our people. In the days of Napoleon, of which I was speaking just now, the same wind which would have carried his transports across the Channel might have driven away the blockading fleet. There was always the chance, and it is that chance which has excited and befooled the imaginations of many continental tyrants. Many are the tales that are told. We are assured that novel methods will be adopted, and when we see the originality of malice, the ingenuity of aggression, and every kind of brutal and treacherous, we are assured that novel methods will be adopted. And when we see the originality of malice, the ingenuity of aggression, which our enemy displays, we may certainly prepare ourselves for every kind of novel stratagem and every kind of brutal and treacherous. I think that no idea is so outlandish that it should not be considered and viewed with a searching, but at the same time, I hope, with a steady eye. We must never forget the solid assurances of sea power and those which belong to air power. If it can be locally exercised, I have myself full confidence that if all do their duty, if nothing is neglected, and if the best arrangements are made as they are being made, we shall prove ourselves once more able to defend our island. Home to ride out the storm of war and to outlive the menace of tyranny if necessary, for years, if necessary, alone, at any rate. That is what we are going to try to do. That is the resolve of His Majesty's government. Every man of them, that is the will of Parliament and the nation. The British Empire and the French Republic, linked together in their cause and in their need, will defend to the death their native soil, aiding each other like good comrades to the utmost of their strength. Even though large tracts of Europe and many old and famous states have fallen, or may fall into the grip of the Gestapo and all the odious apparatus of Nazi rule, we shall not flag or fail. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. And even if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island, or a large part of it, was subjugated and starving, then our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle until, in God's good time, the new world, with all its power and might, steps forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old.